Hello, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.
And welcome back to another Italian episode. We're just going to wrap it up and give you guys the last deets on the trip. There's so much to cover in the last episode. So if you listened to the entire thing, thank you for sticking around.
Yeah, we know we were a little scatterbrained, but this one should be easier because we kind of got everything out of the way. It's just going to be Positano now, which was our last place, most recent, and like it's one place. So we can stay on topic and like, kind of get through it. Yeah.
Except we have to tell your Florence Prada story about your shoes.
Yes. But
so I bought Tyler these YSL shoes way back when he was my employee.
Ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago, as a gift. And they have gone through a lot. They've gone to a lot of clubs. They've gone to New York. They've been everywhere. So, you know.
And I have another pair of like these other sneakers. They're also Prada that I bought after because Savanna was like, okay, the YSL ones are done. They've clocked their shift. Like, you know,
white
they're
shoes
retiring.
Are hard.
Yeah.
Everything in trauma that I have is white shoes, white bags.
Yeah. So
just buy black.
So I, you know, I love, that's the one thing I kind of like to splurge on is shoes because it's like you can, you know, like you can wear a whole Zara outfit. Like it's an $80 outfit, but like the shoes dress it up.
Yeah.
Especially like as a man.
Everyone has their things. Like I am more of a bag girl than a shoe girl. Tyler is obviously a shoe man.
Yeah. So
And in Italy, guys, the shoes that Tyler got were literally like what, $700 in the US, they were $1,200.
Yeah.
So like also when you're in Italy, like you have to have a budget to like get the stuff you want to get because you just get such good deals and you get cash back.
Yeah.
So I didn't do a lot of shopping because I am budgeting right now, but
we did
a lot of window shopping too.
But so that's the one thing when I was going there, I was like, okay, I'm going to get a new pair of shoes because so Savanna got me these YSL ones and then I got my own Prada ones like a year and a half later. And then honestly, the ones I have aren't bad, the shoe itself, but the shoelaces are disgusting.
They're like yellow.
No, they're like brown.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
No, they're like brown. And it's like, I just need to buy new shoelaces, but it's just, I feel weird about buying new shoelaces because I like have this like weird attachment to the shoelaces that came with the shoe.
That's so weird.
Like, is it going to make the shoe look different if I don't get the exact shoelaces? You know what I'm saying?
That's what you think, babe.
Okay. So anyways, I'm going to buy new shoelaces because, you know, the shoes are fine. The shoes are fine. It's just the shoelaces. So like I was wearing, it's weird because the shoelaces are so bad that I can't wear those shoes. So I was wearing the YSL shoes, which are just like a little rusty, dusty, musty, but they're not like...
They've been to the club. They've been everywhere. Yeah, they're like his street rat shoes.
Yeah, they are my street rat shoes. So I wore them and I was like, okay, I'm going to get a new pair of shoes while I'm there. That's my splurge. And I got some sunglasses too. But so we go and I was super excited. I have a very specific style of shoe that I've always worn. It's a very slim fitting, very low top, you know, like just like almost like Vans, but just like a white shoe.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was getting a little experimental. Savanna ran back because she left something at another store. We like window shopped in Dior for a little bit.
I think I left like my phone or something.
Yeah, you left something. So she like ran back and I was really worried.
It was my phone.
It was her phone. And I was really worried because she had to go alone.
With no GPS.
And Savanna is directionally challenged.
As fuck.
So I was alone in the store and, you know, I was like looking at the shoes and the only thing they had in the style that I normally buy is the pair with the messed up laces.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to buy those shoes twice. Like I just don't want to get like another pair when all I have to do is replace the laces. So I'm like looking and, you know, I got some, or I was like, I'm going to try. Oh my goodness. I'm not flexible.
They're really cute. Wow, we need to stretch you out. That's really sad. That's
I'm like shaking.
That's as far as it goes?
Yeah.
That's sad, Ty.
I don't have any flexibility in my legs.
Okay.
So they're like these like pillow sneakers.
I was shocked that he liked them because I loved them.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Like a little high fashion moment. They're like a little, okay, Savanna has this pair that
from Prada that are like
Prada.
platform.
They're like Converse, but they're platform and low top. And I love them, but they're only women's. They said they had them in men's, but like for I don't think they did well.
Yeah.
And so like I saw these and I was like, you know what? They're kind of cute. They're different. They're also like a little platform, even though I'm already 6'2". Like, I don't know why I need a platform shoes, but you know, maybe I want to be 6'4".
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get them. And so
This is my
First
favorite
of
part
all,
the
like
story.
Savanna comes back and I'm like really like, because it's not normal for me. So I'm like having a crisis. I'm like, do I like them or do I just like them because they're different? But I do like them now. And I'm really glad I bought them. And then also this guy comes in. He's like this like super tall, like guy. He has like a whole crew with him.
Video camera.
And you can kind of tell that he's like an NBA player. Like they're all speaking English. And like, you can
He just gave the vibe. Like his like build, like he just looked athletic as fuck.
Yeah, he looked.
I don't know what sport he did, but he was in sports.
Yeah, and he was extremely tall. That's why I say NBA. Because anytime I see a super tall
Like
guy
7
who
foot.
looks, yeah, I was like, it gives basketball.
He was about to like hit the ceiling.
Yeah, no, for real. And so like he had like a whole camera crew that was like recording him, and Savanna and I are just like sitting on the couch, and
Like,
Savannah's and like his mom showed him these shoes. And she was like, I know you're going to hate these, but I love them for you.
He's like, maybe for Uncle Tommy or something.
Yeah. And then Savannah like came in on the third and she was like, no, those are cute. And she was like, thank you.
Yeah, it was cute.
And so like we're sitting there and then they like, I don't know, they walked away to go look at something else. And then the guy comes back. I was like, okay, I'm going to get these shoes. And then I was wearing my rusty, dusty, disgusting shoes. And I was like, you know what? I want to wear them out. He was like, okay, that's fine. I was
He
like,
just
yeah.
picks them up. He picks up
No,
his
like,
crusty shoes off the floor.
and I was like, no. Like, I was like, I can put them away. Like, I'll put them in the box. Don't worry about it. He was like, no, sir. Like, I got it. And I was like, no, please. Like, he's like picking up my disgusting 3-year-old white shoes that have stains and
Stinky.
disgusting. My feet are not stinky, but like still the idea that they are like old shoes. And he's like, I'm in like, it's just so ridiculous.
And he puts them in like a little bag.
Like in a luxury store. And he's like, and he just
It's like not even, they're not even Prada.
No, they're not Prada. Yeah. And so like
YSL crusty shoes from COVID.
So, I don't know. It was so mortifying for me. I was looking at Savanna like, I need help right now because it's just like.
I just laughed. I was like, that's customer service, boo.
Yeah. And so he like.
America would never. They'd be like, you can take those.
Oh, yeah. No, they would not hear. They would absolutely not pick up your disgusting shoes with their bare hands and put them away for you. And so, yeah, that was like the most mortifying.
It was unhinged. I was honestly impressed by his customer service. I was like, if you can't tip here, but if you could, I would have tipped him.
Yeah, no. So that was a very embarrassing story for me because I didn't even want him to see the shoes. Like, you know how like you're like hiding your feet when you're sitting on a couch somewhere or something when you don't want someone to see something? Like that was me the whole time I was shopping for the shoes. And then for him to go pick them up and put them away from me, I was like, damn, I'm really exposed right now.
So funny.
But yeah, I think that was the last story from Florence.
Yeah. Then we went off to Positano.
Which was our longest car ride. It was like 6.5 hours. And yeah, it was pretty good. We stopped at a gas station and for food and like to pee.
So good.
The food was actually so good. Like, come on, guys. We know you do not eat gas station food here because nothing good is going to come out of that. But there, it was just like
Fresh.
Really good sandwich. And I was like, you know what? This is exactly what I've been wanting. Every place we've gone to, it's like some elaborate pasta or like seafood dishes or like veal and all these things. I'm like, yeah,
sometimes you
I just want a sandwich and some chips. Really good. Bathrooms were clean. It was kind of like
an Italian Bucky.
But it was small. It wasn't as big, but it was like, it was clean and like good food and stuff like that. So it gave Bucky's energy, but Italian.
And if you don't know what Bucky's is, it's like a southern like truck stop type place. Like, but it's like cool. It's like you can buy like all kinds of stuff there. They have like a bunch of like different beef jerky and like fudge and like food and like it's just good. They have like brisket there. I mean, it's just yummy. They have like good like Bucky's branded snacks. They have like what's it called? Beaver nuggets, which are like caramel like puffs.
They have roasted nuts.
Yeah, they have roasted nuts. It's just good. Like Bucky's is like really good food.
It's like the size of a Walmart, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that it's not trucks aren't allowed to go there? It's not a truck stop.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just like for your average Joe.
That's crazy.
They have like signs everywhere that's like no trucks.
Yeah, and there's one right next to my house too, which I never go, but
yeah, but so then we got there. Our driver was absolutely amazing. He like stopped us, which we didn't really want to stop. Like we were like 30 minutes away from finally being there after almost 7 hours. And
I wanted to stretch.
We were 30 minutes away.
I wanted to stretch.
So
my
we
limbs.
stopped and he like gave them, what did you, it was like this lemon sorbet.
Yeah, it's like a lemon slushy.
And he like gave us the most beautiful view of Salerno. We finally got there, checked in.
Went to the pool.
This room. See, Savannah's splurge was the first hotel.
Mm-hmm.
This hotel was, it was my first time I had my own room, so I'm maybe a little biased here. However, I think this hotel was like so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's maybe just because the view.
Yeah, the view is really pretty.
It's like unbeatable. Like we had like what you would see on a postcard in Positano is what our view was from our hotel room. And this hotel is honestly like, it's still a little on the pricier side, but it's like nothing near what Lake Como was. Like it's actually something that's, and like we had a two bedroom apartment with like kitchen, laundry, living room, 2 bathrooms. And it was still far cheaper than, so like if you got a regular room at this hotel, Villa Fiorentino.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You can't beat it. The views are all the same. Like we were 1 floor higher than like, and it's a boutique hotel, quote unquote.
Yeah, so it's not a lot of people.
There's like 6 rooms, I think, or something like that.
No, there's more than that.
There's only 3 downstairs, and then there's the 2 apartments upstairs.
Oh, well, maybe.
I think there's only like 6 rooms or something.
It's crazy. But yeah, it was beautiful. I think my favorite part was like you could see like the iconic like colorful houses on the hill from our room, and like at nighttime, like there was like people that would play like music and like be dancing like down there like on the beach, and people would be like, there's this old guy that would like come out on his like balcony and he would like dance to the music, and he'd like flicker his lights on and off to like the beat of the music, and everyone was just really happy in Positano. Like I really liked it. I was nervous because I saw like a bunch of like TikToks about like it being like super crowded, and I think it is if you know get off on the ferry like with hordes of people, but once like they dissipate and kind of go like where they want to go on the island, or not the island but the area, like it's not that bad. But like I think the TikToks we're seeing are like very like misinterpreting like what Positano really is like in the busy season, because like like if you're getting off a ferry, like there's gonna be hordes of people, like sardines in one place, but that's like for like 20 minutes and then you're fine. But
Florence was like twice as packed as Positano was, and we were so nervous for Positano because like these TikToks made it seem like you were in a mosh pit.
Yeah, I was really nervous. I was like, because I don't like people. I really don't. I like people one-on-one or like small groups, but I don't like being, like, it gives me really bad anxiety to be like around a bunch of people, especially like strangers and like bodies. Like I just don't like it.
No, like if Savannah was going to a concert, she would rather sit further away and not be able to see if it was an assigned seat rather than like general admission, like standing mosh pit vibes. Like
it stresses me out.
She just doesn't like
I just don't like people. But it was really cool. I loved Positano. I think, I was also nervous because the weather the week before was like showing like it was going to rain the entire time, but it only rained once. And I think the hardest part was just the steps. Like you really should probably start doing a Stairmaster like a couple months before to prepare yourself. Like I was dripping sweat, you guys, and like bring comfortable shoes. You do not want to wear heels. I brought comfortable shoes because I, asked people before I went, which was really helpful, but it's a lot of steps. And like the higher up you stay, the more steps you're going to have, but it's worth it because the view is so good. And like by the end, like it was so easy to do towards the end of the trip. But like the first couple days, I was like, holy shit, like how are we going to do this morning and night? It's like, because you do it 4 times a day, because you go down to the beach and then back up to get ready for dinner and then back down for dinner and then back up to go to bed. So you're doing a lot of steps. But I did not really any shopping there. I did buy this really beautiful mirror that has like ceramic lemons all around it for our new house, which I'm really, really excited about. I can't wait to get it in. They're like making it and all of that right now. But yeah,
Did you get something else?
I did. I got like a little lemon
vase
thing.
But it's not a vase. It's just like a ceramic.
Yeah.
It looks like a bowl with lemons stacked in it, but it's just like all a ceramic little tiny thing. Did you get that?
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah, we have it
at home.
House.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that. So
the lady was like, yeah, the Kardashians come here every time they're here. She was like, Kris Jenner loves.
I was like, I bet she does, because
honestly, like it does give like it's like something for Savannah to have, because like it, I don't know why, but Positano was like very lemon. Like everything there was very lemon.
Yeah, that's what they're known for. The Amalfi Coast is lemon. Amalfi Coast lemons. It's just everything's lemon scented, lemon soaps, lemon food, lemon drinks, lemon
But Savannah
everything.
loved everything at this like lemon ceramic shop. And we were
just
like, is
pretty.
your whole house gonna turn into like a lemon?
I got 2 things.
Yeah, 2 things.
But and they'll be spread out. But
Yeah.
I wanted to get something special that like not everybody has. And I didn't want to just buy like Crate and Barrel and West Elm and Anthropology for my house. Like I want to have things for my travels that like remind me of the places I've been. So that's why I got them. And they honestly were like a really good price. So I was really happy that I got them. But
And that we were able to ship them. That was the most important part.
yeah, shipping is everything. But yeah, it was really pretty in Positano. I think my favorite day there, we did a little boat tour of Capri, and it was just so stunning. I mean, the blue water, I would say the Blue Grotto, like definitely go do it. Don't be intimidated if you ever go by like the line, because it goes by really fast. Like you're in there for literally less than 10 minutes. So it's beautiful. The water is like stunning, but it's not like an all day thing. Like I think you're waiting longer than you are actually doing the Blue Grotto. But that was really cool to experience. I was a little hesitant because I thought we'd be wasting like an hour waiting to get in line. But I mean, you can just like, hang out, get some sun, drink some champagne or Prosecco, whatever, and then wait to go in. But yeah, I definitely would do it. We also did the Green Grotto, which was cool too. I really liked that. Our boat driver was awesome. We got to swim in the water and jump off and dive into the water. But we did get a little sunburnt that day, which was not great, but I'm healed now. If you're watching the video, I'm all good.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
seriously, so pretty.
The fact that we got through 90% of the trip without getting sunburn is pretty
Impressive.
good. Yeah, it is pretty because we were at the beach, we were on boats a lot. So like the fact that, but this day it was like the sun was beating down and it was like 8 hours on the boat.
Yeah,
so.
And even if you're reapplying and stuff, it's hard because you're on the water. And if you guys didn't know, like the UV rays are so much stronger because they reflect when you're on water. So like being on the water, you're more susceptible to a more severe sunburn.
Because you're getting sun from both directions.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting it from above you and the water is also reflecting it back onto you from below. So it's like you can't escape the sun.
But it was beautiful. I think the worst day that we had on that trip was we went to a little beach club, which isn't even a beach club.
We do have the same answer for the best day and the worst day of the entire trip for me.
I don't think this one was the worst day for me. I think the worst day for me was starting my period in Naples and like Naples being scary and dusty and crusty. But it was the part of Naples we went to because I talked to a lot of people and they're like, you weren't even like in the main part of Naples. Like you were just, wasn't even, we were in Naples. It was just like.
We were just staying there to fly out the next day.
Yeah. Because if not, we would have had to get up at like 2 a.m. and then drive. And that was stressful. So we're like, we'll just get to Naples, spend the night, and then leave in the morning for the airport. But anywho, Dal Adolfo, fuck them and that entire establishment. And I say that not lightly because
we wanted to love it.
I was so excited. I was like, this is like such a little cool place. We called Amex because they had impossible to make reservations. So apparently you have to make reservations to eat and to sit on the beach. And you have to bring your own towels. Which we actually were told that by somebody, but we forgot. So it is our fault. But
it didn't even matter
because we didn't have it. So we get there to sit and we sit down, whatever. It's cool. There's like a flying penis with wings. Like there's a floating penis in the sky with wings on it. And I'm just like very confused. I'm like, why is that there? So I was like, okay, whatever, like weird. And then they had cats. That was the best part of it, is that the cats were very cute. The food was all right, whatever. But when you get dropped off there, they won't let you leave till 4 o'clock. Okay, we were there at like 11:30, and I'm like, I would stay and enjoy the beach if we had a place to lay down and a place to sit.
But apparently you have to make the reservations
separately.
So we finished our food. It was like fine. They were kind of annoying at the beginning because we like told them our name and there was like, your name isn't here. And we were like, okay, what? Like maybe it's under Lance's name or my name, and we're trying to figure it out.
You don't know.
Yeah, and then they just like walked away from us, and we were like, okay, that's kind of rude. And then Savannah literally found the name we gave them. It's her name on one of the tables. Like
it had sticky notes.
Yeah, they had a sticky note with her name on it. Okay, I was like, that's literally the name we told you. But anyways, we sat down, had our food. It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
And
nothing to write home about.
So Savannah was like, okay, I'm going to go try to find a spot at the beach because it was kind of filling up.
Mm-hmm.
So she went down there, found a spot. Lance and I were waiting for the check.
I'm laying down. Homeboy comes up. He's like, get your ass up. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He was just like, ma'am, like, do you have a reservation? I was like, yeah, for Savannah. He was like, no. You made a reservation for the restaurant, not for the beach. And I was like, nar. He's like, you can lay on the rocks. And I'm like, nar.
Yeah, because that's one thing about Italy, if you guys don't know, is that the beaches are not sand beaches.
They're black rocks.
They're rocks.
Yeah. And they get hot as hell. Those black rocks will 3rd-degree burn your little toes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like, go, you are going to have to lay on the beach. And
With no beach towel.
Yeah, we didn't have towels and they don't have towels.
And I was like, when's the next boat? Like, I had no idea. Like, we'll just go back, and go walk around. And he was like,
2.5 hours.
Yeah, he was like, in 2.5 hours. So I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm wasting like half my trip at this damn place. I'm like, literally felt like I was trapped like on Shutter Island. I'm like, let me out, get me gone. And so I'm like mad at Lance and Tyler because I'm like, come on, guys, like, let's go. And they're like taking 9 fucking years to get the check. And I'm just like, my feet are hot. Like, I'm sweating. I want to get back. I want to go find something else to do. I'm like, this didn't work out. Like, we ate lunch, whatever. Let's get back. And I didn't know, what they were doing. I was like, ask for a boat. And then Tyler has his story.
So Lance is trying to get the check while I'm talking to like our server, who also seems like the main guy. I don't know who he is. Horrible human being. So I'm like, he walked away as I was asking him if we can like get a private boat or if he has like a water taxi or something he can call so that we can get back to the main pier, because this place is like off the beaten path in the middle of like 2 cliffs.
You can't leave by road. You can only get there by boat.
Yeah. So I was like, can you call us a water taxi? And like he just kind of walked away. And then I walked back up to him and I was like, can you get us a boat, please? Like, can you call a taxi or something? And he was like, just stay, enjoy the beach. And I was like, we don't have beds. We don't have towels. Like, we're not, like, we'd really like to leave. We don't want to be stuck here. And then he starts like literally yelling at me in front of this whole restaurant. Everyone stopped what they were doing and was staring. And he like made me sound like so pretentious. He was like, do you want me to find you a helicopter? Like, I can call you a helicopter to come pick you guys up. Do you need a private plane? Like, literally yelling at me in front of this whole entire restaurant. And I was like, no, literally just a water taxi. Like, they're so normal here. Like, there are so many places along the coast that you have to get to by boat. So, like, it's not like I'm asking for some crazy thing. It's like just calling an Uber, but a boat to take us back home.
Yeah.
And so he finally was like, yeah, I'll call you a taxi. And then walked away. And
I finessed on the beach. I saw someone pull up to drop someone off.
Yeah, so there's a separate hotel that has, I guess, their own boats where they'll take their guests who stay there to different places. So Savannah.
Yeah, so I was like, hello, how much for you to take me back? And they're like, we can't, like, we're not supposed to, like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, please, like, get me off this fucking little area. Like, just take me. And they're like, how many people? I was like, 3. And I was like, how much? They're like, 50 euros. I was like, fucking say less. And so then they took us. I was like, Arriba, run.
No, like Savannah was like, because we were still up at the restaurant trying to figure out this water taxi thing. And I hope this guy got pissed because, like, we had that whole fight. And then he's now calling a water taxi. He told me it'd be 15 minutes. And then we literally bounced on this hotel's boat. And I was like, I hope that water taxi shows up and yells at the owner of this or whoever that guy is for calling him and wasting his time, because we just bounced and got on this boat. And
yeah, I finessed. I got us.
Savannah did finesse. I wanted to get out. After that guy publicly humiliated me, that was the worst day of the trip for me. Like, I was honestly not even so embarrassed. I was just mad. I was like, why are you like treating me like this? Because I'm like, we don't have somewhere to stay. Why would you think it's a bad thing that we want to leave? And it's like,
give you more space.
Yeah, we're not like demanding that you have, because they have their own boat where that goes and picks up people who have reservations, but they only run it at like noon and then at 4. Mm-hmm. So it's like
you're stuck there till 4.
You're stuck there. So I'm like,
there's no information about it online. Like, literally, it just says like their thing and like call to book. And so we didn't call to book because we didn't want to pay a bunch of international fees. We just had our Amex people call and book it for us. And like, obviously, like, we didn't know there were 2 separate reservations. But anyways, long story short,
Savannah saved the day.
Daldolfo.
Yeah, but also that. But I was like, but my point is that it's not like I was demanding them to run their boat that was sitting, again, it was sitting right there. They just weren't running it. It's not like I was demanding. I was saying like, can you help us out with a water taxi? We'll pay, like, blah, 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 blah. So it's not like I was being some crazy demanding person who deserved to be yelled at.
Hey, we didn't know that we couldn't stay on the beach.
Yeah.
Like, is there any way for us to leave?
Yeah. So Daldolfo, you'll see it on your TikToks. If you're researching it, people will say to go, don't go.
Yeah.
We don't support them.
And if you do go, make sure you book both, because you will be very disappointed when you're stuck there.
But it's honestly not that good of a beach club. Like, go to Arienzo Beach Club.
That's expensive. This one's way more affordable is the thing. Is if you're looking for more of an affordable beach club, it is good if you do it the right way. Because Arienzo is expensive.
Well,
It is because you have to buy a bottle to sit there.
but that's because we sat in the front row.
No,
Like,
they
if
do
you're
it for
not,
all of them. There's different tiers. You have to buy like a certain amount of alcohol to sit there. All of them.
We made Lance chug that bottle.
I know we did.
But there are cheaper options. Like the other one we went to.
Yeah.
They're,
I mean,
like, on
Italy
the
is
beach.
expensive in general, but like if you're looking for a day where you want to do it, like I would recommend it, but just make sure you do it the right way and don't ask to leave.
Don't ask to leave. He will embarrass you. Actually, ask him to leave and embarrass him.
Yeah.
I need one of you guys has a very strong personality who will fight him to go back and get the vengeance that I didn't have because I'm too shy to do that.
Yeah. No,
So
definitely.
someone go fight him for me, please.
Yeah. But Arienzo Beach Club, if you're wanting to splurge, I definitely would recommend wear orange. We all wore orange and we matched and it was really cute and it was really good service. It is a set menu though. So just make sure you're prepared for that because me and Tyler could not really eat anything. Lance ate like a whole ass octopus tentacle. That's the thing about the expensive places is that everything's so inedible for me.
Yeah, and both of us.
It sucks.
Wait till you guys. Wait till we get to the place we went for the last night.
Oh my Lord. Like it's just hard when they have set menus because it's like there were some restaurants I wanted to splurge because they're like such a good vibe and like it's a Michelin star restaurant. I've never ate at a Michelin star restaurant. So like I wanted to do that in Italy. But everything's like a chef set menu, and it's going to be like
menu, 9 courses.
It's going to be like chicken liver, octopus tentacle. So I mean, if you have an open palate, for sure. But me and Tyler literally like it's embarrassing, but we eat like actual toddlers. Like we have the palate of Cyrus.
No, and it's like,
and that's okay. We're not sophisticated.
But like, it's kind of like it's sad because we wanted to go for the experience. Like for example,
but we'd
like
starve. We'd pay so much money to starve.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like this coming weekend after we film this podcast, I'm going to New York. And the friend I'm going with like really wants to go to 11 Madison Park. It's like one of the most famous restaurants in New York. It's like it's a vegan restaurant, so maybe I could do it.
Yeah,
but
you'll
it's
be
like,
fine.
But it's like a 9-course chef's tasting menu, blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
I would do that if it was vegan because it's for me, it's the meat.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm so sorry. Well, I didn't know that but I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do a Michelin star restaurant. And she's like, no, like I'm like. Like, I feel like I'm an inconvenience to people because I have the palate of a 2-year-old.
You just eat before and sit.
That's
and
why I
them.
love that Savannah's my best friend because we're in this together. Like, we cannot
We're like Cane's chicken tenders. Thank you.
No, literally.
That's all we want.
We want some chips and salsa, some cheese fries, and some chicken tenders.
Yeah,
like,
no,
we have
literally.
the palate of a 6-year-old.
And that's the hard thing, I think, about Italy was just, like, you have to have, I mean, you want to experience the culture and stuff, and so it's hard, but, like, for me, like, I won't eat fish. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. Like, I will not eat fish. Like, it's not an animal's rights thing for me. I think fish is disgusting. It grosses me out. Like, I will throw up in my mouth. Like, I can't do it. Cow and pig, I just have never ate growing up. And I haven't ate them in years. So, like,
You stopped when you were, like, what, 5 or 6 or something?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah.
So I just eat chicken. And Italians apparently hate chicken, or at least where I was.
Oh, yeah. Savannah posted on her story, Italians hate chicken. And she got, like,
So much heat,
being like, we don't hate chicken. It's just where you went. Like, they were getting defensive.
I'm just saying, this is my personal experience. And my personal experience, where was the chicken on the menu?
There was no chicken.
My hair was falling out by the end of the trip because I didn't have any protein. I literally ate carbs the entire time I was there. I lost weight from walking so much, but I ate so many carbs. Like, every meal I ate was pasta.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I had no protein.
Mm-hmm.
I had no meat that entire trip. None.
No, yeah, actually, that's kind of crazy.
Like, no meat. Like, I literally had no meat. And so my hair was like, every time I showered, I'd have globs of hair coming out. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I finally realized, like, literally have no protein in my body. Like, my body's like starving. I usually eat chicken like 3 times a day.
Yeah. It's like the bulk of your food.
I was like, I'm literally like balding on this trip. It's crazy how your hair really thrives with protein and nutrients like that. Like, you can't just eat pasta and like have good hair. So, damn.
If only.
If only. But the pasta was great. It was amazing. But I definitely I wanted protein so bad. Thankfully, though, the sandwich place we went to, All Aventico, they didn't have. I was gonna get like the vegan sandwich or whatever. I was like really disappointed
because they didn't have chicken on the menu.
They didn't have chicken. They didn't have turkey. But I was just like, I'm gonna ask. Yeah. And he was like, we do. It's just not on the menu. I was like, why isn't it on the menu? He's like, because we hate it. And I was like, okay.
That's literally what he said. But she did get some protein.
Yeah, I did get turkey that day, and that was like it for the trip. But yeah, it was really good. I do have one other tragic story. about the day we went to Capri. And honestly, I was really excited to go to Capri, like on the actual island. So we did the boat tour where we went like around Capri, which for me was better than the actual island of Capri. Because all it is shopping. And we did that in Florence. So I was like at that point over it. I just wanted to see nature. And for me in general, I'm more inclined to wanting to do like hikes and natures and like waterfalls and things like that. Like to me, that's cooler than a museum. I don't know why, but that's just my preference. Like I just like nature. I'm more of a nature girl than I am a museum girl.
I think hikes is a stretch, but yeah.
But like surface level walks.
Okay. I was going to say.
Not like when you think hike, like you can have a flat hike. You can have a hilly hike. I like flat hikes, but I will work for it if I have to go see. I'm getting better.
If you get a really good view at the end.
Yeah, for sure. And now that I had a breast reduction, I feel like so much better about walking because I don't feel like I have so much weight on my chest and my back doesn't hurt as much. So I feel like I'm like might be in my walking era, but we'll see.
Slay. Proud of you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I would say Capri is
shopping on an island.
Like if
tourism on an island.
If your vacation is going to the Amalfi Coast, I think it is very good to visit if you like need a shopping itch to, like if you want to get some like.
It's cool to see, but I mean, honestly, I thought it was a waste of a day.
But I'm saying like if they're just on the Amalfi Coast and they want to get like the cheaper deals and stuff like that.
You're giving me crazy eyes. I'm scared.
Okay, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear anything I said, or were you too freaked out?
I was really scared, dude. I thought your eyes were gonna pop out.
Okay, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're just going to like Salerno or Positano or something and they want to get like a good deal on a pair of shoes or something, like you have to go to Capri for that. So like Capri is a good place if you're
for like designer shopping.
Yeah, if you're not going to like Milan or Rome or Florence or stuff like that.
Agreed.
But we didn't know that.
We already did that shit.
Yeah, we already did that stuff. So like we once we got there, we looked around and we were like,
it's all shopping.
It's all shopping.
And we're not shopping.
Yeah, and Lance was proud. Because
so happy.
Yeah, because he hates shopping.
But they had cool stuff. Like they had like some Capri like exclusive like Prada stuff. So like if you wanted something that like you could only get in Capri from a designer store, like I thought that was really cool.
We didn't even go in.
Yeah, we didn't go in anywhere. We just basically walked the island and then we went to Anna Capri to do
the gondola.
Yeah,
thing.
Which was pretty.
That was the best part of Capri.
Yeah, that was the best part of Capri.
And then it went downhill right after that.
Well, before we did that, the thing Capri's like known for is like making like your own like leather shoes. And I
don't know if it's known for that, but I think on TikTok that's how it's made.
To me, guys, that's what it was known for. Capri for me was I'm gonna make some sleigh shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I found the place that everyone goes to, the Capri Chic, and I got there and I waited a fucking hour to make these shoes. We only had a certain amount of time on the island because we took the ferry, and it was coming soon after that. So anyways, I'm making these shoes. I'm like getting my like one of my bucket list like Italian trips. Like that was like one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to get a good Italian perfume. I wanted to get some gold. And I wanted to get handmade shoes. And
these shoes are so affordable, guys. I mean like Nikes here are more expensive. Like a pair of Nike sneakers.
Yeah, they were $95.
They were $95 dollars for these like custom made, like handmade, hand braided the sandal straps, like everything. Handmade for like $95. And I was like, you can't get better than that.
No, you really can't for custom shoes. And he put my little initials, SB, and a little heart. And like, it was just so fun. And it was a whole hour. And, I was like, I don't want to carry these. And me and Tyler were the mules of the trip. We carried every damn beach bag, every damn shopping bag. Me and Tyler put in work on that trip. Lance Lambert held his cell phone, and that was it.
And the only reason I didn't carry her shoes was because
it was Lance's turn.
Well, no, because I had bought in like 18 different chocolate packs.
Oh, yeah, you had a big ass chocolate bag.
I had a huge ass shopping bag with chocolates that I was already carrying. So like Lance's turn to carry something.
Yeah. So we give it to him. And that
mistake
was the first
number
one. Lance is notorious for losing stuff. Like he's actually like loses everything.
Yeah.
Like Lance's downfall is like Mr. cannot trust to hold anything, and it sucks. Because I don't want to hold my own stuff, but if I want it to not be lost, it needs to be in my arms. And so he left it in a taxi, and I almost drowned him in the Tyrrhenian Sea. Like, I don't think I've been that mad at him in like years, actually. Like, thankfully, I was so upset because, and it wasn't a materialistic thing. It was just like a memory, and it was something that I wanted to do so badly. And it's like, it was just a waste of time. I'm like, if I was gonna just lose them after all that, like, what did we do that for? It's not like I just went in the store and like bought them and we walked out, and it was like, okay, that was like 5 minutes of my day, but we only had a certain amount of hours on the island, and it took up so much of our time. And it was such like a core memory for me. Like I just like was taking it all in. Like it was just so special, and they're sentimental, and you can't just go buy them again. Like they're custom made. And so it was just something very special that no one else had. And
you were so excited. Like if Savanna had a vision board for Italy, it'd be like the biggest picture, or like, you know what I mean? Like
not the biggest,
but it'd be like one of the first ones you added because it was on the top of your mind.
Yeah, I kept saying it the whole trip. I can't wait to go make my sandals. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm excited. I was watching TikToks. Anyways, bygones be bygones. Lance is forgiven.
For me, it was our last day on the trip. So
I
it was like
mad.
she was really upset. She got over it
quickly. Honestly, I was more mad about how Lance reacted because he's not really good at problem solving. And so he was like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, go up back to the taxi area. Like he didn't even, the thing that pissed me off is homeboy didn't even know when he lost them. Like I had to mentally remember you had them on the gondola. You had them when we got in the taxi. Like I'm replaying my own visions of him holding it. And like he clueless.
Yeah.
Nothing. He's like, I don't know even when I got them.
So the shoes, unfortunately, were never recovered.
They were not, but the memories are still there. The trauma.
Yeah, honestly, it's a good story now.
But yeah, me and Tyler had our own date night that night because, and you know what? Husbands and wives.
You get it.
You get it. When you're annoyed at that point, and like, honestly, I was just mad.
You just needed a little break.
I needed a break. It was our last night. I was frustrated. I wasn't mad that he lost them because that's such a materialistic thing. It's just frustrating that and this is me. I'm going to be open. It's a constant issue with me and Lance. He loses stuff all the time. And so it's a trigger for me because I'm like, I trust you with something and you can't even take care of it. And
then he's like, the problem that like sent her from like level 2 to level 10.
Like I'm hurt that it happened. I'm annoyed that it happened, but whatever.
It's almost like he's not directly blaming it on us, but he's just saying like,
you shouldn't have given it to me.
You know that I'm bad at this. And it's like, just say I'm sorry. Like, please just say I'm sorry. Like Lance is perfect in every other aspect.
Yeah.
But like whenever I think he just felt so bad that it's like
he's like, you shouldn't have given it to me. I don't know why you gave it to me. You know I lose stuff. You know I'm not responsible with stuff. Yeah. Like why did you give it to me? You shouldn't have given it to me. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah. So it went from 2 to 10 real quick.
I was like, don't look at me right now. Don't breathe air that I breathe. Stay away.
So this happened, which was already like kind of a damper.
The sad thing of how I found out was that couple that we met on the ferry, they were in line with us and we were just talking about our day and like everything we did in Capri. And I'm like, oh my God, we got some chocolate. Oh my God. And I made these cute shoes. And I turned to Lance. I'm like, my shoes, where the fuck are they? Yeah. And Lance looks down at my feet. I'm like, no, motherfucker, my shoes that I made. Yeah. And he literally looked like that's how clueless homeboy was. Like he just looked at my feet and I was like, Nar, the shoes that we made in Capri. And he's like, oh, I don't know when I lost those, but I don't have them. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have them? And I think it's frustrating for me as a type A, very responsible person to have somebody and that isn't. But, it's okay. We're going to work on it with Lance and hopefully he'll get better at remembering stuff. But I mean, like I knew. So I also take guilt because like, we got the ferry tickets. He gave them to Tyler because he was like, I'll lose them. So he's honest about losing stuff. Like he knows he does.
Yeah.
He just does. And I wish he did not.
So we decided to go to the dinner, just us two. We hadn't had a dinner for just us two. Yeah. So it was really fun.
Lance ate pizza.
Yeah. Lance was honestly happy to stay home. It was not even our idea.
No, he was like, I just won't go tonight. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, you're allowed to come. He's like, you're gonna be mad at me. And I was like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated.
Yeah. So it wasn't like Savanna was like, you're fucking staying here. Like you're not coming to dinner.
You're grounded.
Like, Lance was like, you guys go have fun. I'm just gonna get some room service. And we were like, are you sure you want to do that? And he was like, yeah, like I'm good. And so we were like, okay, fine, like whatever. So we get to this restaurant and it's like, I'm sure if you guys are planning a trip or anything, you'll see it a lot. It's called La Tagliata and it's very famous for having a cooking class that everyone loves to do. It's like a full day cooking class. Like you drink a bunch while you're doing it.
Supposed to be like wasted by the end of the cooking class. Like you're supposed to be drunk.
It's like a party. But like we didn't really want to take one of our whole days to do that. So we decided just to eat there because everyone was saying it's really good to just get dinner there as well. And if you don't eat all day, first of all, before you go to this place.
I don't know. I think people were eating 3 meals a day and still swipe their plates clean. And me and you were just little bitches. I don't know
how that's possible. I'm telling it, guys. Okay, so we get there.
First, they try to make us kiss. We were taking like a picture in front, and they're like, "Now kiss," and we're like, "We're best friends."
Honestly, this is my sister. Like, I guess we just had to roll with that at one point.
We're like, "Oh, we're not together."
Yeah. So we sit down. The first thing they say, which is Savanna and I's worst nightmare, is this is a
fixed menu.
It's a fixed menu. This is a set menu. We'll bring you appetizers. We'll bring you pasta. We'll bring you meat, and we'll bring you dessert.
We look at each other. We're like, "Cool."
Yeah, oh no. And honestly, you get a bottle of wine and it was only like $50 a person. And I'm telling y'all, for the amount of food they gave us,
they should have charged $500 a person.
So they bring 4 different appetizers.
What was it again? They brought us a caprese salad, they brought us lentil beans, and then they brought us,
I don't remember,
some sort of like meat, and then I don't know what else the other one was, but it was so much food.
And that was just the appetizers. That could have been our meal. And then they brought us 4 different pastas. And I thought that was going to be it. And then
they come out with this massive
We're full after the pastas because we felt so bad because the server was like telling us how proud they are of their restaurant. Like,
it's all homegrown.
It's all homegrown. It's all from their garden. Like, we love cooking. Like just like giving us their love story of their food. So, like, I'm literally force feeding myself all this pasta because Savanna can only eat one of the pastas that they served us because the other ones have, like, beef or, like, bacon or, like, some sort of meat that she can't eat in it. So I'm, like, force feeding myself all this pasta. And then we're like, okay, dessert's coming. Like, thank God.
Thank God. We're good.
He brings out the biggest plate of, like, we are at a Texas barbecue.
Oh, my God. You guys, like, 30 different meats on that plate. I shit you not.
And it's like full size, like
massive fillets of meat.
Yeah, like a full two things of like a full size of steak, 2 pork chops, 2.
And we're like,
and I'm like, we
feel so bad. We felt so bad. We were like, we have to try. And I was like, is any of this? Well, first, this bitch was trying to get me to eat a fucking rabbit.
No, because we did not get served any rabbit.
Are you sure? Because I have a vivid memory of him saying one of it was rabbit. I swear to God, he said,
Savannah, if I ate rabbit and I don't know it and I'm finding out right now, I'm going to be very upset.
He said a rabbit, a turkey,
there had to be,
a cow.
Definitely not.
I swear. Unless I'm having like weird warped memories. I swear to God, he said something was a rabbit.
He said chicken at one point, and while I was paying attention to what he was pointing to, so it looked like he pointed to the kebab. And so I was like, Savannah, this is what you can eat. I put it on her plate. She was like, this isn't giving chicken. This is serving.
The math ain't mathin'.
This is serving pork. And so I was like, I don't know. That's what he pointed to. So she like thankfully called him back over to come and be like, is this chicken? He was like, no, sweetie, that's not chicken. Savannah looked at me like, you're trying to kill me.
You're like, I will kill you.
And so she ended up getting chicken. It was actually pretty good. It
was turkey.
Oh, it was turkey. That's right. Turkey.
Yeah, it was actually really good, but I just literally would have thrown up if I ate another bite.
Yeah, and so, well, honestly, when he brought the plate over of all the meat,
I thought we were like going to pick one and put it on our plate, but he was like, nah, this is all for you. Like, we killed 95 animals for you to eat tonight.
And I looked at him straight up before he even put it on the table. And
I was like, give it to someone else.
I told him, I was like, we're not going to be able to eat that. Like, I'm so sorry. But before you even put it down, like, and he was like, no, just like take it.
He's like, I'm not allowed to do that.
I know. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Please feed it to somebody who will eat it.
And so like we really tried to eat as much as we possibly could. Is it kind of hot in here now?
No.
Okay.
But
I think I'm just getting so worked up because this story really stressed me out.
We needed Lance at that dinner. That's long story short. Out of all the dinners we had, that's when we really needed Lance's belly.
Because Lance would have cleared that. And the crazy thing is,
these little tiny skinny ass couples all around us were clearing the plates.
Empty. The plates were licked clean.
We were looking around like, damn. Like,
because I was like, there's no way no one else is eating it. We look around, they're all like, the plates are scraped
like
clean.
Like bones licked.
I was like, and you know, power to them because I wish. But the view at this restaurant was the most amazing view of the entire time. It was actually like, and you couldn't take a picture. I tried to take pictures. It does not replicate what it looked like there. So if you guys do go to this restaurant, even if you hate all types of meat, whatever, like, you know, just suck it up because the view was so breathtaking.
Yeah.
And then we were off the next day to Naples. And this is where Savannah's trauma story comes in. We kind of brushed over it a little earlier.
What happened?
When we were waiting in line for pizza.
Oh, yeah. I like immediately started my period and I was in so much pain. We were going to the most famous pizza spot where like pizza was born in Naples. If you didn't know, it's like known for its pizza. And I ain't gonna lie, I've had better pizza on that trip, and I've had better pizza.
I've had better pizza at Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so real right now. I can get canceled for that. But like, I waited by myself because Savannah was having problems, and I was like,
and I couldn't get back to the hotel.
Didn't want Savannah to get
impaired.
Yeah. So
or
I was like, Lance, take her back to the hotel. It's okay. I'll wait here. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not like I'm gonna get mugged or anything. Like, we're literally like next to all the other tourists. Like, it's so popular. 2 hours. The worst part is I was only there for an hour, and I get to be the first one. I'm next, and then they close the line off for 45 minutes. So I was literally just standing there, couldn't even place my order.
I think that's why it wasn't so good for you, though, is because you had to wait so long for it.
Maybe. Like, it was like
that your expectations were like so high.
Yeah. So like, it's like I waited 2 hours, finally was able to order. It was another 30 minutes before they actually gave us the order, because we were just getting to go. Honestly, we should have just ate there. I know you couldn't have been, but like the people who took, I know, but the people who took a number, they only waited an hour.
Oh.
Like the to go took longer than it would have been to eat there. Because I was just watching people go in that like literally got there an hour after I got there.
You're
I was like, okay,
that's not cool.
Yeah. So got the pizza, got it back. Savannah got some medicine. Lance ended up walking all the way back.
No, the pharmacy was closed till 3.
Yeah, the pharmacy was closed, so Lance ended up walking back because he remembered right next to the pizza shop we were at, there was a pharmacy. So he ended up being able to get medicine at that pharmacy, and then luckily he was there for me, so I didn't have to carry all 3 pizzas back and the drink by myself.
Yeah.
And so, well, no, you guys got a drink.
Yeah, we got you all the drinks.
Yeah, you got the drink. So we just had the pizzas, but the pizzas were like fresh and hot, so Lance came in to save the day. And then we were like gonna walk around and do stuff, but honestly, where we stayed
was not like a place to walk around. I mean, it wasn't.
It was just, yeah, no, it was just
I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't a really safe area. It was kind of scary, and like I was on my period. I didn't want to do it. So we all got in my bed and we put on our little robes and we ate pizza and we watched
It was really
Idol.
nice. I really enjoyed it.
It was so nice to end the trip. It was so peaceful.
We were so, especially after Positano, because that is where the sun was beating down on us. We were sunburnt. We were walking stairs. Like, I just wanted a day to chill and watch TV with my favorite people in the world and, you know, like just like eat pizza in bed.
It was good. It was a good memory.
And so, no, it was, and like we didn't pick our hotel based off of like where to stay in Naples, where's a safe area. Like we literally found a hotel that was not like a motel as close as possible to the airport. So we had no idea. We didn't research anything. Like literally just looked up airport and then hotels near it and booked one that looked semi-nice. The hotel was nice. Our rooms were connecting, which was nice as well.
Yeah.
And we had a little balcony that looked out at like the ugliest view I've ever seen in my life.
It's like, this is the best view of the trip. I mean, it wasn't, we literally stayed at like just a cheap hotel just so we could, it was one night. But no, it was a really good trip. All in all, I would say I would have packed a little lighter if I could have. I would have brought another suitcase because I ended up buying a suitcase to bring stuff back. So I think that's smart to do there too because it's like $50. And then you don't have to pay for checked bag there and back, just back. Yeah. And there's places everywhere to buy a suitcase because like everybody does it. Mm-hmm. So I think that was, you know, some advice. I think I would also say obviously bring good walking shoes. Obviously like you want to look cute in your outfits, but like Italy is a lot of walking. And I know everyone says that, but like it really is. Like you really want to be in shoes that are comfortable and aren't going to give you blisters because you will be miserable.
There were 2 separate times on the trip that Savannah and I wore sandals because we were going to a beach club or something. And then with the 3 million stairs on the way back up,
we took our shoes off
and walked barefoot.
And it's so much easier to walk barefoot. Like I know that might sound gross, but I lived in the wilderness for 3 months and I had to be barefoot sometimes at night because they took our shoes because they didn't want us to run away.
So
I'm really comfortable barefoot. And I love being barefoot.
The dogs were out.
They were woofing.
Yeah, on these disgusting streets. But we got back to the room and, you know, washed our feet right away. But it made it so much easier, guys. Yeah. Especially, you know, like you're trying to keep your sandals on by like gripping your toes. It makes walking up the stairs so much harder.
And you're faster. You have more speed. I know why people like used to not wear shoes like back in the day. It's great. What was the place called where we got the really good chocolate? And you can't get it in the US, but you guys, I'm telling you, this chocolate, like orgasm in your mouth. And fucking Lance ate Tyler's chocolates on accident because he thought they were mine. And we were so sad because his were gone.
Yeah,
and then we went to Capri and we saw another place that had it because we got them in Florence originally. And Tyler was so happy and he bought like 8
It's called Nino and Friends. They are like gourmet chocolates. They're like come in like a box, but they inside the box is two separate individual packs, and I think they have like six little tiny chocolate balls. They are so good. They have lemon, salted caramel,
Pistachio and hazelnut.
And guys,
So good.
And so the first time we went,
So
I only bought one box the first time we went.
Yeah.
And so I had it. We bought it in Florence. There's one in Florence and one in Capri. I don't know if there's
others.
Yeah, but so got to Florence and I had eaten one of the individualized packs in it. And like I was like, you know what? I want to eat the second one. Savanna and them were like packing or doing unpacking or trying to pick outfits or something. And so I was like bringing out the second pack to eat with Savanna. I was like, we can eat it together. But she was like busy. So I just like set it down. And I was like, I'll come back to it later.
First mistake.
She came into my bedroom after she was done and like laid on my bed and we were talking. And I was like, oh, I like looked to my left and I was like, oh, weird. I had my chocolates sitting there. I thought I brought them back into my room.
Yeah.
To wait. So like I looked to the nightstand and I was like, weird. The chocolates aren't there. And she was like, I was like, I must have left them outside.
Yeah.
And then Savanna was like, those aren't the chocolate. You didn't leave the chocolate. I was like, Lance was eating a pack of chocolates out there. And I was like, no, please tell me no. And then Lance was like, you don't leave food around. Like if you leave food out and it's in front of his eyes and he sees it, it's gone.
It's gone.
So it was my last box of chocolates and I was heartbroken because I was looking and like there was nothing in Positano. Like I thought like maybe they would have an online shop that you could buy it from. Nope, can't get it there. And so when we got to Capri, Savanna like, this is why she's my favorite person. She people watches. I'm bad at people watching. I don't really care about other people.
That's a Nino and Friends bag.
So she saw the chocolate bag and I was like, it has to be somewhere. It was literally 5 steps from where we were eating lunch.
Yeah.
And so I think I was just so heartbroken about it. So I bought like 8 boxes.
He has enough to survive.
No, I actually like have eaten. Well, I let my parents eat some obviously. And I gave one to my manager when I got back home. Because I was like,
when you get back home, you're like, do I really need 8?
Yeah, but then also I was like, I shouldn't go empty-handed. Like, I feel like I should be like nice because I'm typically not allowed to take that much vacation off because my job is very specialized. So it's hard for them to cover me for that extended period of time. Like his boss had to approve my vacation because we went for so long. And so like, you know, I'm like, I'll give him a box of chocolates. It's like a thank you for letting me do. Like they had to give me special approval to do that. So I actually didn't eat like a million boxes of chocolate, but it is so good.
So yummy.
If guys send me a DM, if you guys are going there later this summer, I will give you guys like double the price of each box and you can ship them to me. Like the chocolate is so good. Salted caramel and the lemon.
The lemon was really refreshing.
So, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else.
It's just such a good trip.
Funny enough, I know like Savanna doesn't like to talk about it, but it was just so crazy to me. One of the Italian men at a beach club we went to recognized her and was like, are you the Dallas esthetician? And like, that was crazy because like, you know, it's not another tourist. Yeah. It's not like he was an employee at the beach club.
Yeah, that was weird.
But I'm trying to think of anything else that happened that was crazy. But that one was like one of the craziest moments for me because I was like, this is an Italian man. I think like his girlfriend
knew me or something.
Knew her or something. It was
from
weird.
Instagram. Well, not like knew me personally, but
yeah,
knew me from Instagram. But I mean, God, guys, go to Italy. It was so beautiful. I think the last story I have that I need to clarify because people think I'm a gross girly. But listen, I cap out on these flights. So I was asleep, delirious, on my period. Okay. And I'm just passed out in my seat. And all of a sudden I need to pee. And I wake up and like my shoes are like off. And I didn't want to tie those. So I just go in my socks, whatever. Just socks. Like we're about to land in an hour anyway. And then I'm going home. So I don't care. And I go to the bathroom and, you know, I sit down to squat. Well, I start bending my butt down to squat. And I see something brown on the floor. And I'm like, literally, guys, I'm telling you, like, I'm still asleep. Okay. Like mentally, I'm not fully awake. Like I woke up, walked up, like literally, like half eyes. And I see it on the ground and I'm like, maybe it's a French chocolate. I don't know, but I just don't want to step on it because I'm in my white socks and then I don't have socks and I have to walk around the airport and I already have blisters. And all of this is going through my head. So I'm like, I'm just going to grab a toilet paper and I'm just going to pick it up. And then my intrusive thoughts in my head goes, sniff it. Like my brain was just like, smell it. And I was like, sure. and I smelled it and I was like, that's not chocolate. And then I just like threw it in the toilet. I flushed it, whatever. But I was traumatized by it.
And then Savanna posted it on her Instagram story.
As I do.
And then was proceeded to be like, why do people think I'm weird? I'm like, you picked up a brown object in an airplane bathroom and put it up to your nose. Of course people think you're weird.
Intrusive thoughts one. Savannah
was like,
0.
Okay, well, what would you have done? I was like, I would have seen a brown thing on the floor and told the flight attendant.
No, I mean, because I'm already there. Like, why just pick it up? I'm not going to make someone else do it. Like, I'm there. Why not do it?
I am not picking up
what if I thought it was
adult's
me?
poop.
It was small, Tyler. It was like that big. It wasn't like a turd.
Maybe you have a child, so you're like more accustomed to like.
It was small.
touching.
I really honestly, like, if I thought it was poop, I wouldn't have picked it up. I would have just like avoided it and then maybe told someone. But like, I thought it was chocolate or something. It was so small.
It looked like our chocolate balls.
Yeah, it looked like our chocolate balls. And I was just like, I'll just throw it away. I don't want to step on it.
Yeah, no.
But then my brain was like, sniff it. And I was like, sure. My intrusive thoughts win every time. You know that.
They do win. So
I always get intrusive thoughts.
But that was like the last thing. And then obviously the trip ended with Savannah's mishap at customs, but we already told that story. Yep. And then we saw Cyrus.
Yeah, we got to see my little baby and he did so good. Oh, I'm so proud of him. But yeah, Italy was amazing. If I had more time, I would have definitely wanted to go to Venice, Rome, and Tuscany. So maybe in a couple years we'll do that.
And Portofino.
Yeah, and Portofino. Italy is just beautiful. The place is honestly so much easier than I thought it would be. Like, there's not really a bad language barrier. I mean, it's stunning, and everything's so slow paced there. It just really makes you appreciate life and, you know, how beautiful the world is. So I loved it. I was living my best life.
Yep, absolutely. And thank you, Savanna, for including me on this trip.
Of course.
I want to thank you in front of all of our best friends because,
of course,
Savanna last year was like, Savanna last year was telling me like she wanted to go and she wanted me to come, and she was like, you know what, it'll be your birthday present. Because I was like, I don't want to take this much time off work and then have to spend money for it and like all this stuff. Like, it's just like, so Savanna very graciously brought me to Italy, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well, you do a lot for me. You're my best friend.
I do a decent amount for her. And you know what? I'm going to say it was my compensation for the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah. This is an unpaid gig, but I get to go on a trip.
Pro bono.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it really was. I've traveled internationally.
I knew we'd be best friends if like we stayed friends after going to Italy. I was really scared that we wouldn't be friends after Italy because so many, you know, they always say like best friends go to Miami and they leave not friends.
But it's funny because like we went, and then immediately when we got back, we were already hanging out every day, going to restaurants that we missed, stuff like that. And then someone slid into my DM.
Oh, really? Because I got that message too. That was like, damn, y'all are really best friends.
Yeah.
If you can still be around him, like after being on a trip for 14 days.
Because we were together. No, it was 15 days. We left the 31st and we got back the 15th. So it was like, or like 16 days almost or something.
Wild.
With each other from sun up to sundown every day. And we got back and immediately we were together every day after it too. My mom was even like, because she wanted to hang out, she wanted to do stuff, and I was like, sorry, I'm going to Dia with
my
Savanna.
Favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I'm going to blah blah blah. And she's like, you were just with her for 16 days. And I was like, and
that's so funny.
So yeah, no, we had an amazing time. I've traveled a lot, and it was my favorite trip I've ever been on.
Aww,
for sure.
Me too. So, it was amazing. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you guys.
And we love you guys.
We love you guys. Thank you for listening to our Italian journeys. I hope you feel like you were there with us.
Yeah, I hope we are trying to phrase it in a way where we're not leaving out details, hopefully. So if you have any questions, hit the DMs. Yes. And next week, I'm going to be talking about a new service that I brought on to SBA and just life updates. So some skincare knowledge and all of that fun stuff. So we will see you next week. Yep. Bye, guys. Bye. We love you. Ciao.